Hi, good morning to all of you. Today, yeah, it's a very interesting morning, Saturday, and we are live here to discuss with Vishal on agromatic foods and more about the vegan market, the plant-based meat market, which where his startup is based right now. So before that, let me give you an introduction to Starfish. Starfish basically is a investment facilitator plus incubator, and we are also an angel investors in few of the startups we have done. We have also provide services to startups which require who are looking for services. So we provide that kind of an ecosystem where the startups can thrive, flourish, and grow from early stage to the IPO bound companies, right? So we do everything. So I'm Sandeep. I'm from Starfish Growth Partners. Hi, welcome again. And with me is Vishal. Has taken out his time to discuss with us about Letz Vez, which is a brand of Agromatic Foods Private Limited. So Vishal has a lot of experience. He has worked with a lot of companies before. Has a good knowledge of plant-based foods, and and he's based in Bangalore, and the most important part is he understands this business very well. So Vishal, not taking much of time, let's start first of all with your introduction and what is basically Let's Veg all about, and how is Let's Veg going to be the next unicorn, right? So because we're looking at a very big market, right? Okay. So over to you.
Thank you, Sandeep. Thank you, Sandeep, for inviting me to present Letzvez. Thank you, everyone who have joined online on morning of your weekend. Few of friends have joined from Singapore also on a very short notice. So, thanks to everyone. Myself, Vishal Jain, CEO, co-founder of Agromatic Nutrifoods Pvt Limited. As my name says, Jain, our community believes in Ahimsa Parmo Dharma, and the idea came from my co-founder colleague from Singapore, where he has seen a lot of journey of vegan food, plant-based food. So during COVID, we got chance to discuss more about that and understanding the
Hello,
potential.
Vishal. I think we are getting some comments here. The screen seems to be frozen. Can you give just a minute to me to check out what is the issue? Some users are putting it like has been frozen. Can you need a check from side before we have to restart again. I'm really sorry. I don't know what is happening because some of the people are saying the screen has frozen. Right? We can see the live comments here. So. Just give a minute. Let me check from my end. If we can, for a minute, just a minute to check what has happened in the I need a minute, right? Just a minute. Uh, Vishal, if you can say something so that I can check from my end
Yeah,
because somebody's writing no frozen and people are saying it's fine. So it might be an internet
okay.
issue from the user end, right?
Understood,
Okay, so
understood. Yeah, yeah. So during COVID only, we have started researching, and very soon we understood that this is a high technology and product alone. Having business idea will not be enough. So we built first the R&D tech team from CFTRI, Central Food Technology Research Institute, Mysuru, and then after say 8 to 9 months of research on the recipe and ingredients, We were and help of few scientists from CFTRI and professors from IIT and all, we were able to launch our few pilot products in October 2021, and from there the journey started. If you allow, quickly I can present. If they can, then we can discuss in detail.
Yeah, yes, Vishal. I think let's start with the presentation. I think that will give a
Yeah,
bird's eye view to what you are doing basically. Right.
yeah.
So if you can present, you can share the deck from the. There's a share button. You can check at your end. There's a share button. Yeah. I can see that. Yeah. Okay.
Now my deck is presentable.
Yes. Your deck is visible.
Okay, okay. So, as I told that we believe in ahimsa paramo dharma, our ideology itself believes so. We decided to enter into plant-based meat market where we can serve people with tastier food as well as serving our ideology of non-violence and removing few hundred thousands animals from the food ecosystem. So, before introducing team, quickly I want to tell about a lot of people understand plant-based meat, but still not many know correctly about the concept. So, what is meat? Meat is all about protein, fat, and water mostly. So here we extract protein from plant-based sources like soy and chickpea and adding wheat gluten using plant-based protein which is again extracted from vegetable like potato and other crops, and of course water and using the blending and other food techniques and creating the same taste and texture of meat, adding umami, natural umami flavors, and so that not only eating and your tongue, your nose can also smell the feel of meat. And we try to create the Indian version of meat so that we can serve to Indian consumers. So again, one misconception is there that a lot of preservative are there in the food. So it's totally wrong. There is no preservative added in any brand, mostly any brand of plant-based meat who serves in frozen format, because we reduce the prepared processed food to minus 40 degrees centigrade, and then our logistics supply chain maintains it to minus 18 degrees centigrade, and within a year it can be consumed without the preservative. So now coming to our team, myself Vishal, having 25 years experience of business. My brother Sunil is co-founder, takes care of operation, having 30-year experience. Asutosh Mishra, also college science friend, having good experience of sales in insurance and pharma industry, worked across India as well as Europe. Shriyans, my co-founder, the man behind the idea from Singapore. He settled there from around 20 years, having good experience of infra and retail business. Shardul Davir is our advisor from GFI, having good knowledge of the domain. Chetan, our star employee, head of our R&D, alumni of CFTRI, having good connection with all food scientists across the India, across the world, because CFTI are having one of the best alumni network in India. Akshay Mehta joined recently us as our operations for QSR, which is going to be our key strategy. I will explain later about that. This concept needs lot of awareness. So Vishal is there to spread the concept through celebrity. He is a celebrity manager. Shikha, one of the shareholder of the company, comes from Zomato, so having experience of food business, and she is MBA marketing and HR. We have different domains mentors also. Subhash K. Menon, 20 years experience, worked in retail food and startup like Goli Bada Pav. He was the main person behind establishing more than 500 outlets of Goli Bada Pav across India. On science and technology side, from CFTRI, we have Rajeshwara Mache, sales like product expert, and Nanaji Kundre, senior scientist on new product development. Sela helps us on nutrition basis on volunteer basis. So now in India we see more of nuclear family where various food profile couples sit together. One example is there in my house itself. So we can see a lot of buzz about plant-based meat because of these couples. And in India, there is a sentiment of no meat days, Tuesday, Noratra, Shravan Mas. So our industry is seeing a lot of opportunity to cater this. In fact, Veganary and Business World and Plant-Based Meat Association is running a campaign from day after tomorrow, Navratri campaign, where in different college and society we are going and educating people. In Navratri, those who don't eat meat because of the religious fact can opt for plant-based meat. So very big campaign is going to start. Protein deficiency is also one point where we see opportunity. Of course, we don't claim plant-based meat can cater whole of our protein requirement, but this can be one addition which is a neat and clean protein. Aspiration is something a very interesting factor for plant-based meat. This in aspirational income, as far as survey, people have opted to spend a good amount of money on aspirational food. So we are trying to push plant-based meat in that category. And of course, after COVID, health sentiment has become very important, and people understand that a lot of antibiotic is given to animal. So that awareness has also come, and above all, climate change now it is becoming global issue, and even in this climate summit, which is going to happen, plant-based meat has got a separate session where all the world leaders are going to discuss that. So here we see the problem and opportunity for plant-based meat. So what we are focusing as per a survey in India, 8 out of 13 dishes are based on chicken. So it is not easy to replicate all kind of meats. So currently we are keeping our strategy only focus on chicken using the ingredients soy, wheat, peanut, and we are working something exclusively on peanut also. Technology, we are using the extruded product, dry TVP product, and parallelly we are working on high moisture fusion and a new technology called thermal food technology. There also we are doing a bit research. So, and our main focus is on early adopters and making the product them easily available through our multiple touch points, which I will cover later. So currently what we have done, we have launched our Gen 1 product in both the category, the Western and the Indianized version. So nugget, kebab, keema, sausage, grill patty, breaded patty, these all are the traditional product which are sold across the world. But again, Indian dishes like spring roll, which is loved by people in QSR, samosa, momo, tikka, and this Navratri we are launching our tikka sandwich. So Indianized product as well as the global SKU, both we have launched so far. I can show you one of the packing. So it is visible on camera. Vinay, phone लेना. So apart from this plant-based meat, we are working on a, unique IP product called instant meal. So there we are developing a product on requirement of aviation industry. It will be uh, product like instant noodle, but there we will have our healthy plant-based meal with different flavor, just pour water and ready to eat. But 60-70% R&D work is completed. Only on shelf life we are working to improvise, and then for pilot product will be ready, and हाँ, मेल हो गया. So then biryani mix and other Indian products also we are launching. So in market, lot of buzz is there. Last year, the global market was done for 5 billion. Lot of investment has happened. 40% investor were new last year. Uh, All-time industry investment 30% has happened last year. IPO was raised by Oatly of 1.43 billion. The largest deal was half million USD, 500 million USD by Impossible Foods itself. In India also, a lot of celebrity like Virat, Anushka, this Shahrukh Khan, Neeraj Chopra, everyone has started endorsing about that. And recently in Bangalore also, two investment has happened. One with Shakahari, good amount of $2 million, and pseudo food $500,000. So across India, investment is happening. Across city like Bangalore, investment is happening, and globally definitely it is happening. And we are very clear about our audience, Gen Z early adopter, uh, who like the age group of 25 to 44-year people who spent on Ola, Uber, Zomato, etc. And preferably we are focusing omnivorous, because vegetarian, the conversion is 30-40%, but out of flexitarian and non-vegetarian, the acceptance is 70-80%. So in this 1 year time, we have understood our target audience, and now we are started making strategy according to them, seeing their uh, price paying capacity and all. We are making our strategies. So, what is happening in our industry in India? Good Dot, Blue Drive, Imagine Meats, Evolves, Weasley, One Good, Sakahari, Hello Tempe, all are doing very good. If you ask about competition right now, the market is not much matured. It is even less than 1% of the total Indian meat market. So still the complete market is not open up. So there is no throat cut competition scene. In fact, as an industry, we are complementing each other. The players like Tata, ITC, those have entered, and now they are investing a lot on awareness. So buzz is being created, and what we are focusing, that we have done our R&D. Uh, Partially, we have started our manufacturing. Rest we are doing contract manufacturing, but within a year, we have aim of our own manufacturing plant. We have already acquired 1 acre land at a food park in Karnataka, and we have applied for the grant of 500,000 from Government of India for construction of our infrastructure. Then we will have some good volume of manufacturing capacity, and we will be aiming for export also. One of our co-founders, Sriyansh, is sitting in Singapore. And this week only a very big development is happened in Indian plant-based industry. There is a brand called Greenness. They have done the first export consignment to US, which was the news was shared by our Honorable Minister Piyush Goyal also yesterday. So, as per GFI data and PBFI data, within 3 years, exports from Indian market will be more than the volume of Indian consumption in Indian market. So we are keeping our eye on export. Also, we have started sending sampling now slowly. but we are not going aggressive on export now. But later on, definitely once our food park comes, we will eye on export also. Our USP is going to be farm to fork model. When we call farm to fork means we have intention of buying ingredients from farmers, processing in our own factory, and selling more through QSR, quick service restaurant, which we have already opened two quick service restaurant in Bengaluru. So to the consumer directly, we will be serving our ready food also. Of course, for technology, we are talking to Israeli company also. Discussion are in advanced stages. So, coming to go-to-market strategy, I was telling that we are going to procure from farm and processing it in our factory and selling direct to the consumer. Consumer, who is the consumer? I told Gen Z age of 25 to 44 years. Why consumer will buy our product? So in Indian market, there is a gap. Companies are basically focusing on selling the frozen food. But across the world, you can see there are multiple brands which has emerged who are selling dedicatedly or having the menu plant-based meat in their menu. So here we are trying to catch the market by establishing the QSR network, and Mr. Subhas, expert of QSR, is there on our board. How we are going to expand? Initially, we want to start from hometown. So Bangalore, we have done two, and we have a target of 10 outlet during the time in Bangalore. Then we will focus on Hyderabad and Chennai, our neighboring city, keeping logistic in mind. Then tier two city like Vizag, Coimbatore, etc. And then seeing the response and as per our business plan, we will expand in rest of the cities of India, having target of 100 to 32 QSR by 2026. So, coming to our revenue model, I told our more main focus, we are going to keep on our QSR. You can see few of the photo for our quick service restaurant in Bengaluru, where people have started coming, and we are already available on Zomato, Swiggy now. So 70% of the revenue we are targeting from quick service restaurant, and then Horeca, and then e-commerce, because our brand presence has to be there. So of course we are there on e-commerce site and marketplace also, and frozen packet we are selling. But since more players are working there, so we are focusing more on a quick service restaurant. Our hot dog has become very popular now. So so far we have done interaction with more than 80,000 people through lot of college and school fest and apartment flea market and expo and other event, so that we can understand the mindset of the consumer. Uh, we have done around 25 lakh turnover. Current MRR is around 4 through QSR. Earlier it was more through flea market and stalls, but now we have reduced it very less. Like this Navratri, of course, on Dandiya we are putting a 4-day event. Uh, Last 2 weeks back, South India's very prestigious Saima Award, there we put our stall and did sale of 1.25 lakh. So where we get big opportunity, we are going there. Otherwise, we are focusing on our quick service restaurant, and now we are making more strategies to boost the sale on Zomato and Swiggy, and we are hiring consultants for them. So we have lot of customer feedback, appreciating feedback as well, and feedback to improve our product, and we always listen to customer and keep on improving on taste and texture. We were covered in media time to time. So coming to turnover, last year 12 lakh turnover we have closed. This year we eyed on 3.3 cr turnover as per our actual business plan, anticipating the funding happen in July August, but of course it was delayed. So this year target will be tough to achieve, but then once the funding is closed, city wise, outlet wise, all targets are set, and we are targeting a turnover of around 150 crore by 2025-26, while India is projecting the turnover is in that period from 3,500 to 4,000 crore. Only in plant-based meat category, whole category is projected to have a turnover of more than 8,000 crore. So we have complete roadmap covering cities across India phase wise. Uh, uh, mm, so so far we have invested 2.3 CR from bootstrapping, and through a consultant we have done the valuation via DCF method and other branding activity, and 40 CR what we are seeking the valuation. Uh, Recently in Bangalore, two investment has happened. I told 2 million and half million. Both are the company. One is 1 year old and the second one is 2 year old. And none of them has done very high volume turnover so far. Just they have also got good presence in the market. So the valuation of this industry is more being done on the valuation of concept, because new product, not much history data is available, where we are going to spend the money 30% on capex, 20% on branding, 20% on R&D, and 30% on working capital. Details are available again, segment wise money where we are going to spend. So this is our milestone. So before closing my pitch, I would like to uh, comment mainly on our strategy, what we are trying to do. Uh, Initially, we are focused on developing the product. So a marketable product is developed now. We have done micro scale manufacturing in our CFTRA unit, and even little amount in our Bangalore unit, so that we can test, we can do the manufacturing when our food park unit comes. But now in Bangalore, we are going to set up a micro manufacturing facility to cater our own demand. Currently, we are doing third party manufacturing, and majorly we are focusing on quick service restaurant, because there on plant-based meat QSR brand in India, huge gap is there across the world. Lot of brands are serving dedicatedly plant-based meat food. Here in India, we are focusing more on Indian cuisine, and our first Indian sandwich is also going to launch in this Navratri. Then lot of Indian item like Keema paratha and other SKU will product will be also launched. But to create the brand awareness, we are also doing our online frozen sale, as well as offline store sales is also happening. And once our food park unit is set up, we are very much prepared to start the export also. So our main sales strategy will be focused on QSR and export in bulk. So that's what's from my side.
Thank you, Vishal. That was very interesting presentation because, first of all, the we saw the market size in India, which is a very good market size. Plus, we also saw how it has been growing recently, right, in the last 3 4 years. So, what is more important now? Vishal, we saw so many competitors, right? So where do you see what is the USP? What you look upon of your product? What's the special about Let's Veg? How is a Let's
Okay.
Veg kebab
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
different from other players in the market?
Okay, so two things. First of all, let me tell something about Good Food Institute. Good Food Institute is a non-profit organization having six chapters across world. So the one chapter is there in India, one in England, the USA, and Israel and China. So you can see GFI has put very big focus on India, still being India's smaller market. While GFI was there, but GFI knew that 1.3 billion people stays in India, so India cannot be ignored. So they have done massive research in last 4 years. Last
Okay.
survey conducted was in 2020, I think. So, as per their study, Indian markets needs minimum 100 brands to cater the
Okay.
Indian market, and
Okay.
currently not even 20 brands are operational. Of course, market is not that matured. So, what we are looking, not today's market, we are
Right.
focusing on coming 2 3 year market where the market will have a blast, and the companies like Letzvez, who is having their own manufacturing infrastructure, will enjoy the third party manufacturing also. So
Mhm.
if you see how we are different from our consumer, so our competitor, so majorly I will tell 2 points, that we don't want to become a copy paste brand. We have our R&D. So
Mhm.
taste wise, everyone will say mine takes exactly like meat. So I also have no other statement. So
Mhm.
on taste, I will not try to make full, because I have tasted all the brands,
Mhm.
leading brand. Here and there, all are replicating meat in their own way. It's upon the
Mhm.
consumer which product he likes, but averagely all are good. So
Mhm.
there I won't find any difference or USP in terms of taste or texture. I can
Mhm.
say we are in top five, SKU to SKU. But
Right, right.
different, the brand like Blue Tribe and others, still they are doing third party manufacturing. Might be they may have their own manufacturing plant, but we have
Right.
already started working towards that. Secondly, in India, still 30 40% consumer, this is our practical experience, doesn't know how
Mhm.
to cook plant-based meat. They will
Okay.
overfry the nugget or underfry the nugget and then discard, ये तो chicken जैसा नहीं लगता है. So
Mhm.
you don't have any experience center in India to fill that gap. We have come with our QSR quickly. So here
Mhm.
we can see the early mover advantage. People are
Mhm.
actually loving it. We are getting franchisee inquiry from every part of India, even from your Hyderabad also we have got inquiry.
Very
There are
nice.
Calcutta. So within 3 months, our first solo outlet we will launch, and another 2 3 months we will optimize, and then we will start franchisee operation. So we will be on low capex model, and day to day sales will be there from various experience center or QSR. Maybe that is Coco company owned, company operated, Foco franchisee owned, company operated. So we will be having a daily sales center, irrespective of market up and down, because we are not only we are not only selling plant-based food, we are selling food also which is always being sold. Hot dog,
Right.
burger, this product will be always in demand. So we are
Right.
just adding value and launching it. So we will have two advantage. Plant-based meat customer will come to us. Burger lover, hot dog lover come to us. And in hot dog,
Right.
I was surprised there was not much of option available in Bangalore. Even for
Mhm.
non-veg hot dog also. Vegetarian hot
Right.
dog तो चिराग लेके ढूंढने से नहीं मिलता है. and there
Mhm.
they're getting advantage.
Vishal, there are few quick questions which I have received right now from the viewers. First is, uh, what is the market need of nutrient value versus daily intake? Requirement for proteins, carbs, fats, minerals, or vitamins?
Okay, see, I'm not a food technologist, so I will
Okay.
not go deep into detail, but
Okay.
on nutrition in India, say 24 gram or 26 gram numbers varies. Per
Right.
capita
Right.
protein
Right.
consumption is there. So
Right.
even all non-vegetarian will not get the whole protein from meat itself. Dal and
Right.
other source or wheat or rice from
Mhm.
everywhere this will come. So our meat, our protein mark is from 6 gram to 10 gram, depending on the product to product, and it is either at par to meat or little lesser than meat. But
Right.
we don't have trans fat, we don't have bad cholesterol. What is not there in the meat, that is dietary fiber that we have, which helps in digestion in system. And meat comes with lot of antibiotics given to the animal to increase the mass, that also plant-based meat doesn't have. But when we try to talk to people or try to sell the plant-based meat through our communication, we never call plant-based meat as a superfood or as a healthy food, because it is healthy, but it cannot be taken as a healthy food because you have to deep fry, pan fry, or oven fry or air fry it. So if you are consumer of healthy food and looking for nutrition, then you should take the whole plant-based food, pulses and other superfood. So we don't confuse people as a superfood or as a too much healthy food. What we communicate, you are eating 3 to 12 times in a week the animal meat. So
Okay.
animal meat have its own disadvantage on your health as well as climate. So we are giving a healthy and clean
Mhm.
alternate of plant-based meat, which will
Mhm.
satisfy your tongue and help your tummy. So just reduce the meat consumption and add it. Or if you are
Right.
a guilty non-vegetarian, we are
Mhm.
giving a product which you can eat of pride, eat with pride. But we don't go in the argument of nutrition, because
Mhm.
it is either at par to animal meat or lesser than animal meat, whatever the industry claims. Only two good factor in comparison to meat is it doesn't have trans fat and it has dietary fiber. So
Right.
it is not a superfood. So we are telling it is a tasty food. You are already eating a lot of unhealthy food just because of taste. So here
Mhm.
we are giving tasty and healthy food. So debate
Mhm.
is over on that.
Okay. And second is it suitable for kids? It's a very important question, right? Yes.
Very much. In fact,
Okay.
in few countries now, government has, like in India, you see midday meal program. So, in fact, pilot are being done in midday meal program also, because in India, there is a lot of deficiency of nutrition in kids is there. So, government is doing fortifying rice and other programs also. So, our industry has spoken to government. Even we are also talking to government of Karnataka. You give us few school where we can give nuggets or puffs, which is tastier. Kids will have because of taste, but whole amount of protein will go. So
Mhm.
if you say burger is suitable for customer kids, our burger is more suitable for kids. So,
Okay.
but the SKU like nuggets, puffs, these are actually loved by kids and very safe and healthy. When I'm telling kids, I'm not telling 3, 4, 5 year kids.
Right.
I'm talking about like 10 to 12 year kids, or even 8 to 10 you can take, but not the infants. So those who can digest any food, chicken or anything, definitely can take. It is even better because I told it is having dietary fiber which helps in digestion. So it is easier to digest than digesting the meat.
Hmm. Right. Next question is, do you own sources of raw materials to procure? This is again a question from.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, even just 3 days back in Bangalore, there is a big expo is happening,
Hmm.
FI India 2022. That
Yes.
is Food Ingredients India 2022. So,
Yes.
with name itself, you can understand that it gives the raw material source to our industry. So,
Hmm.
I was there as a speaker on this subject only, how India can suffice its needs for plant-based food ingredients. It's not talking only
Right.
plant-based food. Plant-based food consists of dairy, milk, and the dairy, egg, and meat. So, of course, currently majority of the raw material is being imported by MNC players, but now India have startups like Proin and Divigere who are processing the raw material in India itself. Both are funded. No, only Proin is funded 2.4 million from Pune. Devagere is yet trying to fund. And companies like Adani, they have entered, so they are started supplying raw material for the industry. Then in Nagpur, PBFI has helped Plant-Based Food Industry Association to establish first protein cluster in India. So
Right.
very soon it will be operational. Indore, lot of big investment is happening. So the outcome of that discussion was that within very short time, India will not only start producing enough ingredients for our industry in India itself, but we will also start exporting to rest of the world also. It will take
Mhm.
little time, but you can see the journey of semiconductor and lithium ion battery, how fast
Right.
we are evolving now. So same
Right.
way, even Patanjali is also entering into market. So for the
Right.
ingredients, very soon India will become self-dependent, and we will have indigenous raw material. Currently,
Mhm.
we are more dependent on imported only.
Right. There are two
And we are doing
financial
our
questions.
we are doing our own research on millets and other crops in CFTRI. So
Okay.
it will be too early, but we will have some our IP raw material also if everything go
Lovely.
good.
Lovely, Vishal. So there are two questions from an investor I can see. First question is, when did the net profit became greater than zero? I mean, you started becoming positive. I mean, absolutely is a startup and it's burning money, but what is the year you think, it will become more like profitable? And he's asking for both net profit and net cash as well. That means the cash of the
Understood.
company.
Understood.
So
Understood.
how do you project
So,
yourself as a pure profitable company by
when
what
for
year?
the gross profit, of course, within first year we can see decent amount, but
Right,
the spending is more on branding and R&D. So
right,
at least 2 financial year it
mhm,
takes. But if QSR delivers very well,
right,
which no one can predict,
right,
then within 1.5 year also we can see, because QSR may change the game, and it is unpredictable. Bangalore में एक इडली का स्टार्टअप शुरू हुआ. They are doing
mhm,
on two wheeler, three wheeler,
mhm,
electric three wheeler, and
mhm,
within 6 months they have become, and they are selling idli just at 10 rupees. So
right,
on
right,
food, the 100% prediction is very tough. But because
right.
again our idea is unique,
Mhm.
we are very hopeful on that. But as per our number dynamics, we are projecting within 2 years.
Okay, okay. Vishal, thank you very much for your time today. It was very nice presentation. We understood a lot of things about alternative protein market plus vegan market. How is it growing globally and in India? What are the issues in the food market right now? Right, because we eat a lot we Indians eat a lot, absolutely, but what are we eating? Basically, don't check that, right? So I think this is a very nice way of going forward, that we have a healthy food and we also enjoy the crispiness of the chicken and tastiness of the non-veg food as well. So thank you very much, Vishal. I would say to all the listeners that Vishal was in the magazine of entrepreneur. I think it was published 4 months back, Vishal, right?
Yeah.
And he's absolutely growing good. Thank you, Vishal. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you everyone for joining. Bye bye.